Hi, I'm Maru, a Finnish guy living in Asturias, Spain for 2.5 years now. In this video I'm going to share with you 3 upsides and 3 downsides of living here from my personal experience. Let's start with weather. The reason why I'm here in the first place is that I can't stand cold, dark and long winters anymore. I'm originally from Finland, so the mild northern Spain is definitely an improvement in the climate. It rarely snows or freezes in the winter here at the coast.
But up in the mountains, you'll find plenty of snow.
The nature stays green, so that's a win. And what's even better, the spring starts earlier, like now late February, it's already starting. The summer is longer and you can still have warm days in October. And that's perfect for spending time outside, going to a park, a beach, or just driving around. The landscapes and the architecture here in the north are beautiful, sometimes breathtaking. But the downside is that the winter is still rainy, windy, and cold. To be honest, you cannot escape the winter in Europe anywhere, and that includes Spain. So for the last 2 months, we had very strong winds, and it was so wet and cold that I got sick twice by just taking our dog out. So don't think you can walk on the beach wearing shorts in December. Maybe in the south you can do that, but Spain is a big country. And when it's cold, the poor insulation in Spanish houses means you spend a lot of money on heating. Our gas bill for the last 2 months was 263 euros, or about $300. Moving on. Number 2 is safety. As a Finnish person, I often take safety as granted, but I've been living abroad long enough to experience as many places that are dangerous. Asturias is very safe. You don't need to worry about pickpockets, burglars, armed robberies, or walking by yourself in the middle of the night, because you'll be fine. Kids walk to school by themselves, no one is kidnapping them, and so on. So if you're looking for a safe place to live, Asturias is definitely top tier place for that. However, the downside of high safety is boredom. I'm living close to Aviles, that has around 75,000 inhabitants. And they do have restaurants and bars. However, the nightlife, especially in the winter, is quite uneventful if you're looking for a hot club scene. Everything is closed on Sundays, except some cafeterias and restaurants. So don't plan going to the gym or buy groceries or going to the mall because everything is cerrado. On the other hand, if you have kids, raising a family, or you want to retire, the slower pace in Asturias might be a perfect fit. Third point, cost of living. Living in a small town in Asturias is cheap compared to US or to most European countries. Spain has a high quality of life. The infrastructure works, houses are built with European standards, streets and nature are clean, and you get all these top-tier benefits in a country that is mid-tier on the cost of living list. This is obviously relative to your own income level and if you keep a remote job to work here. For example, Finnish monthly salary is about 2,700 euros on average after taxes, which is about $3,000 per month. If you're curious, I have another video talking about the cost of living in Spain. You can watch by clicking on the card in the top corner. Anyway, if I had a salary like that, I would have a very comfortable lifestyle here in Asturias. However, don't watch this video and think that, okay, it's cheaper in Spain, so I'm gonna move to Barcelona or Madrid or Bilbao and, because it's more expensive in big cities, obviously. You get my point. If you live in the countryside like Asturias, it's cheaper. However, this is the downside. I have been a very stubborn, self-employed content creator offering YouTube coaching, everything from web design to video editing and so on and so on, whatever people pay me for. So while I've been able to survive, pay my rent and bills, just enough just to afford the basic living, that has also made my life very monotonous. I'm sitting right here 99% of my time in front of my computer or on the sofa in the sala. And I'm not blaming anyone other than me. This is by choice. You have to be a little crazy to be a content creator and try to live off that. This year, I'm learning to make AI videos and AI assisted music, so let's see how that venture goes. Spain is great, but it sucks to live anywhere when you're almost broke, right? And that is the perfect segue to my final talking point. I'm leaving Spain. It's been really testing my character, to say the least. I haven't been able to make any local friends. My Spanish hasn't really improved. My relationship didn't work out. My business has been struggling and my YouTube channel hasn't blown up yet. So I need to do a tactical retreat to Finland for a while to save money and start over. So would I recommend moving to Spain? Yes, with an asterisk. It's a good idea if you have your life in order, you have balance in your life, meaning emotional and financial stability. Otherwise, moving to another country might be too much. And sure, I would stay in Spain if things had worked out better, but that's what it is. Spain is a beautiful, rich country with beautiful people and rich culture. So I'm sure I'll be back, but probably not to live here, but to visit again. Who knows? I'll likely stay in Finland for some months and see what happens next. It's a big world out there. See you in the wild. And if you want to explore more, how is it to live in Spain? Here's another video I made 1 year ago after my first year living here. Come on. This is my cat. She always likes to interrupt when I'm recording.